good. All right, so y'all with your wholesome, embarrassing stories, how dare you? All right, well, how about this one, Tig? Chat, the next prompt. Have you and a coworker ever been more than a coworker?
I know one of you have banged your boss, chat.
For the record, someone in chat offered this prompt.
Yeah.
Someone in chat has a story, and they offered this prompt up. Oh my god, yes.
Sadly, me and Tippy have not had any other partners, so we have not been with any coworkers.
Yeah, I mean, we work together here.
Yeah, I don't know who that's sad for either. It's probably a good thing. It'd be pathetic for whoever else we were with.
I got one for this, but it's secondhand. That's fine.
Great, yeah. Secondhand stories are fine, chat.
I'm still in school? No, no worries. Yeah, so we picked some that are like more like school-based and then picked some that are a little more adult.
My boss fucked me every other day. Not like that.
Cubon!
We're all getting fucked like that.
Same, none for me here. That's all right. So, I think we have someone. All right, yeah. All right, so let's hear our first caller. Hello.
Yeah, somebody with a recognizable voice, apparently.
What?
Yes, absolutely.
Hello, random chatter. How are you? I've never heard you before. Welcome to the show.
Did you have a different mic, Tig? You sound better.
Can't call people by their name.
Oh god.
Actually, the funny thing is I actually have a cheaper mic now, but yeah, no, I'm just the filters are off. I actually, when I started talking, I had braces, so I had the whole top clipped off, so that you couldn't hear my bracelet.
It sounds good though, honestly.
You sound good now.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So yeah, the whole story about have you ever been more than just a coworker?
Yeah.
This is a good one.
Yeah. So I have a tendency to go from like 0 to 11 in any fucking thing that I do. So anyway, you know, like I think most people have had a coworker who they've just kind of like jokingly flirted back and forth with. Like maybe not anything serious, but like, you know, you kind of go back and forth, right?
Yeah, your work wife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I worked, and I was working at a facility for the severely mentally handicapped adults, and like my boss, we just kind of went back and forth, and at one point, we made a bet about. Okay, I'm just going to say something really fucked up that had to do with one of the clients.
You're in a safe space, it's okay.
Yeah, anyway. It was not a very nice thing to bet on. Anyway, but we said, I was like, no, he's totally going to do it. And she's like, no. And I'm like, okay, if he does it, you owe me a drink. And otherwise, I owe you a drink. Well, he actually surprised us, and he did not do the thing. Oh. So, I owed her a drink.
Oh.
This is a little bit. There's like 15 different levels to this. How much do I have? Do I have like 3 minutes or like 10 minutes?
You got 10 minutes. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, take it away.
Okay, there's lots of steps to this. So, first one is, we're going out to the bar, so I need a designated driver. Only buddy I've got in town doesn't have a car. And he's like, I can drive for you. And he loved. I had an 82 El Camino that I had just poured love into.
Very cool car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a 383 Twin Hollies full dual. Oh. But dude, absolutely loved that car, and I never let him drive it. And
everyone does.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'll let you drive it if you DD.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, totally. So I'm like, I'm younger and I work for minimum wage, so I'm pre-gaming, right? Like I'm not gonna do all of my drinks at the bar at like $8 a pop.
You're min-maxing the night.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm pre-gaming or whatever, and I get a call, and he's like, okay, so are you coming over? And I'm like, wait a second, what? I just dropped like 5 shots just back to back, just straight up.
Oh my god.
And he's like, what, like just now? And I'm like, yeah, I literally I clicked the last one down on the counter, and
you got like T-minus 3 minutes till that hits.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I'm 2 exits down.
And for young chatters, there's no Uber yet, I'm assuming, because you're closer to our age.
Yeah, there was no Uber.
Yeah.
And he's like, just meet me at the DMV parking lot. You can get here before that happens.
Jesus Christ. That might as well be the cop. Just meet me at the cop station.
Right. So I'm running down, and I actually feel totally fine.
Mhm.
And the DMV is only like 100 yards off of the highway. And as soon as I hit the exit, I'm like, oh no, this is stuff.
Oh
is
my
gravity
God.
is something. So,
That's it.
Oh my.
I go and I pull into the parking lot, and I fucking drive over a parking stop in the DMV parking lot.
Not
No.
the stroker.
No.
Yeah. It was hard on the paint. Luckily, it didn't damage anything mechanical, but
I thought
I
he
did-
was
I
gonna
did-
fuck up your car. You fucked up your own
No.
car this
I
night.
did fuck up my own car. Anyway, so he went ahead. From there, we like checked everything. It had some scratches in the paint from behind the wheel where the parking stop hit. But other than that, it was fine. So he drives us to the bar.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, I owe you a drink. What do you want? And she's like, they have a drink called the Suffering Bastard.
Ooh.
That was you.
It is a 7-shot drink.
Oh Jesus Christ.
And it's like a fucking like $15 drink. And I'm like, I owe you one? That's fine.
She's like, I'm getting my money's worth.
Right.
Bird.
And so I get her this drink. She takes the straw out of it and fucking downs it.
Oh my
Just
God.
like
God.
in like maybe 4 seconds.
Oh, she's.
An
I'm
initial
like-
thought, keeper. But
Yeah,
thinking with
so
my normal head,
I was like-
no way.
I was like, I just watched them make that. I'm like, what the fuck? No way.
You're like, this is my
And-
wife.
Anyway, what the fuck? No way. You can't do that again. She's like, you buy me another one and I can.
Oh my God.
She's
Bro,
incredible.
Who is she?
Who is she?
So anyway, I of course I was already like 5 shots deep, and then I had one of those and a couple more. And I'm gonna be honest, I blacked out at some point during the night.
Midwest Medic, thank you for the follow. Sorry, Tig, go on. Oh, sorry. you were
I
in chat.
woke up with her on top of me, a spot on my shoulder where she had bit me so hard that I had bled.
What?
Oh my God.
And a little bit of icing on the cake is, I don't remember my first time because I was blacked out and it was my boss.
It's a shame
Wait.
you couldn't remember that. It sounds like such a good time.
Wait, your first time?
Yeah, my first time was with my boss, blacked out, started on
Oh
a
my
lost bet.
God!
What a great boss.
Holy shit, dude!
To be fair, we did actually end up dating after that and stayed together for like 7 years.
Oh my God!
You
That's...
got a great bonus that year, didn't you?
That was his bonus.
But yeah, this was quite a while ago.
That's incredible.
That is one of the best stories of like a work hookup I think I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was was
Incredible first date.
Straight off the Orange Hub.
right. The best part is I have no idea how my buddy who was the DD, like, my truck was there in the morning and he wasn't. So I don't know if he walked. It was like, I mean, it wasn't that far. It's like 1.5 miles, 2 miles.
Oh
But,
my
like,
God.
It was not a neighborhood that you would want to walk at like 2 a.m.
Did you wake up with your keys? Maybe your drunk thinking was, you're not driving my car. We're already here.
Dude, there is no way I couldn't. I started the night not being able to drive it. There is no way I would have made it fucking back.
That's so funny. I can't believe she was your boss.
Yeah, I guess. Well, let's see. Because she wasn't like, she was my immediate supervisor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she wasn't like your
not
top
not
supervisor.
like the company boss, but
What a
she was the
badass.
only boss I reported to. So
That's incredible. You reported.
Yeah, you reported all right.
You must have impressed her for dating 7 years after that.
yeah, no, I mean she was. Why it broke up wasn't actually like anyway, it was it's one of those like you don't want to share it because it wasn't either of our problem, either of our fault. It was just something that happened to both of us, and it was a bad time. But like honestly, if that hadn't happened, we'd probably still be together. So
wow.
Hey man, it doesn't always work out. Maybe one day in the future.
Yeah.
Right person, wrong time.
Yep.
Yeah, something like that.
You guys had a great time together.
Yeah, sounds like you guys were a fun couple.
Oh, absolutely. It was great.
I can't believe she took 14 shots right off the bat, right off rip.
Dude, it was unhinged.
Impressive.
She was like maybe like 5'4" and like 100 and maybe 30, 40 pounds.
Always
like,
the tiny ones, and they're little firecrackers.
Also, real quick, the bite? Hard enough to
what
draw
about
blood?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Did you get a scar?
Oh, so another funny thing is I don't scar, literally.
Not at all? You just have really good skin?
I don't know. I mean, I've gone over a highway overpass while I wasn't wearing a shirt on a street bike, and my bone was showing. There's still no scar.
Holy shit, you're a superhero.
Maybe it's like since the bite. Did you heal before the bite? She might have been a vampire.
Right. Actually, that's really funny because I only have one scar from my entire life, and it's on my wrist, and it was from when I was 7.
It's her, dude.
Oh my god, yep, she scarred you, but not in physically.
Right? Anyway, I had to share that. You're like, a relationship with a coworker, and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is top tier unhinged.
That's incredible.
That was perfect,
that was
man.
unhinged. I loved every second of it. Perfect story.
You live a cool life, and I almost said your name again. You live a cool life, man. I got a lot of respect for you. That's cool as hell.
Yeah, no, like I said, there's so many of these stories and prompts that I can probably come up with, and you'd think it was all fucking made up, but everything I do, I end up somehow like being the most turned up to 11 bullshit you've ever heard.
Well, you're in the right career for it then.
Right? I mean, super quick thing. My first kiss was during a game of Spin the Bottle with a cute little redhead and it had tongue. That was my first kiss.
And
what?
What was the second part?
Had tongue.
Had tongue.
Nice. You just look
So-
at you just pulling in the ladies left and right.
Yeah, there's a joke about that being like, I'm 6'4", so it doesn't matter. But there might be some truth to it. You can be a total piece of shit, and if you're tall, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Someone wants to know, Golden Oliver wants me to ask you, do you still have the truck?
I do not have that one. I now have a 1964 El Camino that also has a 383 full forged billet mains and puts down about 550.
That is really cool.
That's very cool.
The 383 Stroker is one of my favorite motors, man. Very cool motor.
I built a couple of them. One of them was the old school. The 82 was the old school junkyard style. And this one is a full fucking build. Like, I don't know. I've actually wondered, because we don't have a real channel that it would fit in. I've kind of wanted to share it because I'm pretty proud of building that motor from the ground up. But
DM it to us, because I got a built 350 it's in something that if I showed Chad, it would dox where we live. But I'll show you pictures of it, man.
Okay. I just saw Angel of Death thing, and I will tell you, the 550 horse, 2,900 pound El Camino is one of the slower options.
Yeah, it's a heavy chassis. That's a cool car, man. You don't get an El Camino to go fast.
Well, it's 2,900 pounds. It weighs less than a ton and a half. It's lightweight, but when you compare it to the nitrous-fed street bike, that's not even
I'm
a
a bottom,
competition.
and I only feel alive when a strong woman.
Anyway,
like
I will let
Zentrea
somebody
fills
else
my
on.
pussy. I have one question.
Go ahead.
Did you want to say who you are or no? I don't care either
I mean, he already called me out. It's Tig,
Okay,
T1G
well,
_ VT.
Yeah, if the mods could please give a shout out to Tig. If anyone in chat is wondering who this incredible story came from, he's a very cool streamer friend of ours.
He's a friend of ours.
Yeah, currently on hiatus, but
he'll be back soon, though, right?
Yep.
Are you still doing model rigging?
That's actually what my re-debut is waiting on. Is I still need to get my model rigged.
Are you still doing it yourself though? Don't you do some of that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no. I have 2 other people that I'm getting their model done first, and I told them I'd get it done before I did mine. So that's what I'm working on.
Chad, if you need any live 2D model rigging, Tig also does that. You can check him out.
Yeah. Thank you for telling your stories, Tig. I appreciate it. They were so good.
Absolutely.
That was a
Absolutely.
pleasure,
Thanks
man.
for having me
Thank
on.
Thanks. Yeah, if anyone in chat, Tig is a very cool streamer. He's a friend of ours. We met him on Fillion stream.
Very cool.
Very cool streamer, very cool stories, as
Very
you can tell.
unique. Very cool voice.
That's so funny.
That's hilarious. What?
His boss?
The Riz. The
The
guy is
Rizzler.
the Rizzler, man. I knew he was Rizzy, I could tell, but damn.
Dropped a follow Tig. Yeah, he's a very cool dude. I'm glad to get to be able to shout him out.
Yeah, you guys would enjoy his content.
Yeah.
This is a wild story, Chad. I can't believe I forgot this. Holy shit. So
I'm really glad you guys are liking it, by the way.
I had this guy's still my boss. Well, he's not my boss anymore. He's just my coworker now. I've moved up and I do my own thing. But I used to work under this guy, and we had a really, really pretty woman boss. She was like 30 years old, and she was like, she could have been a model if she didn't do this. She was beautiful.
Yeah, she was really pretty.
And she was also really cool. Like, she was really down to earth. And the company one time got some tickets to a football game. And she was like, hey, so-and-so, do you want to go to the football game with me? And he's like, yeah, I'll go. Why not? You know, it'd be fun. So they went to the football game, and they're drinking some beers and this and that, and they got a little buzz. And she literally looked over at him, and no, it was when they left. They're in the car, and they're going back. She looked over him, she said, hey, well, it doesn't matter if I say his name, you know my boss's name. She said, hey, have you ever seen a pussy ring before? I don't know how else to say it. I'm sorry, chat. Excuse my French. Said, have you ever seen a pussy ring before? And he's like, no. And she's like, well, would you like to? And he's like, oh, yeah, I'd love to. And she goes, well, check this out. And she pulled her pants down. And he said she showed him she had her clit pierced. And, yeah, he was like,
Didn't he?
he literally just looked at himself like, well, that's nice. And then just like looked forward. He's like, I didn't know how to react to it or like what to say because I didn't like, you know, it's my boss still. And I didn't want it to become this big thing. So and then she just pulled her pants up and they drove home and never talked about it again. And she like a couple years later got married to somebody else like in the industry and went on as like a real bigwig.
Just, hey, you want to see one?
Yeah.
And he was just like, nice.
I think
Good job.
honestly she was probably feeling him and she was like, hey, do you want to hook up? And
Hey,
he
that's
blew
a
it.
cool dude. Yeah, he's a very cool dude.
He is still such a cool dude. And he had no problem. He gets lots and lots of women. He just he's serious about his job and he's like, I ain't blowing this job. I like this job.
She got the pulled pork pierced.
She got the pulled pork piercing.